One of the biggest problem of being a professional is when you are new into your profession and you don't have too many clients or patients and you don't click, there is a problem. Because you are worried about your growth, you're worried about your overheads, you're worried about your success. But guess what? The bigger problem is when you become successful and you become too busy. Because when you have more patients, more clients, you become more busy, and guess what? You have everything but no time left for yourself and your family. And this is where the work-life balance gets disturbed completely. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 very important things that maintains the wonderful work-life balance. Hi, this is Dr. Sujit Pardeshi, an international speaker, bestseller author, and someone who has helped more than 6,000 medical professionals to grow in every sphere of life. So, how to maintain the work-life balance? A very common question. Now, I'll tell you what, a lot of people talk about prioritizing, a lot of people talk about time management, or people talk about 8-8-8. Schedule. That means 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours at home, 8 hours at workplace. But you know what? It's practically not possible to follow that 8-8-8 schedule. Neither it is possible to maintain that work-life balance by managing the time, because when you are in full swing in your profession, it becomes extremely difficult for you to maintain the time management. So what's the solution? Remember, there are 4 pillars of life and every pillar is equally important. If these 4 pillars are not equal, not balanced, imagine a room with 4 columns and those 4 columns are unequal. Do you really think that room will look balanced and good? And naturally the answer is no. So the 4 pillars of life where you need to work in order to have a great life, a life full of happiness, abundance, fulfillment, at the same time thriving professional success. The first pillar is your personal self. Remember, you need to work on yourself. All of us are unique in our own way. Our nature, our behavior, our belief systems, our way of doing things, our way of being, our maturity, our expertise and experiences are different. We all need that me time. Simply because if you are not in alignment with yourself, if you are not happy with yourself, if you are not a happy soul from within, it becomes practically impossible to spread that happiness, to spread that positivity, to spread that infectious attitude to the outside world, including your family members, your teams, and your patients or clients. So, it's always said, you cannot give what you do not have. Happiness is a choice and that comes from within. So, you need to constantly work on yourself in order to ensure that you are internally very balanced, satisfied and a happy person. I always say, your practice is just the reflection of who you are. Your patients, your team, your family members is just the reflection of who you are. We are responsible for creating our own life. We are responsible for creating the people around us. So you need to constantly work on yourself in order to improve not just your attitude, your positivity, but your subconscious mind, which will help you to enhance your belief system, which will help you to enhance that absolute bulletproof mindset, which will help you to be happy and successful at the same time. Constantly working on yourself is the first and the most important secret of creating that balance in your life. The second is the professional pillar. See, no matter how much happy, balanced, composed you are, but at the same time, if you are not professionally successful, I'm sure there is a void that will always be there at the back of your mind. Success in your profession is equally important. So you also need to constantly work on making sure that you are growing professionally. Every single thing that is required to grow you and your practice, your business, is very, very important. May it be working on your team, may it be working on yourself, may it be working on your soft skills, your domain skills, creating that experience for your clients and patients, may it be making sure that your practice is absolutely in place, your infrastructure is absolutely perfect the moment your client or your patient walks in. So constantly working on your practice growth is something which is equally important. Keep on doing that, because I'll tell you what, it's always said, money is not God, but then it's not lesser than God. Okay, money is not everything, but then there are so many things which only money can buy. So instead of being in a denial mode, instead of running away from it, let's accept it and keep on working on growing professionally so that you have abundance of money and which can give you a lot of things. The third pillar is working on your financials. I always say this, just making money is not important. Always remember, working hard, making money and savings never make you rich. What makes you rich is investing that money wisely and growing that money multifold and eventually creating the wealth. If making money is important, growing that money is even more important. Remember this. And unfortunately, majority of the professionals are really poor money managers. As Robert Kiyosaki says, the world is filled with talented poor people. So it is extremely important that you should upgrade, you should enhance your financial literacy, where you should know how to do financial planning, how to do financial goal setting, what are the principles of wealth creation, what are the different avenues of investment, and how to do it right. Constantly learning about financial literacy eventually will give you financial freedom. And once you achieve the financial freedom, you will be able to maintain that work-life balance. And the fourth important pillar is your relationships. No matter how composed balance you are internally, how successful you are professionally, and how much bank balance you have, but unless you have those wonderful relations in your life, relations with your spouse, relations with your kids, relations with your parents, relations with the society, and most importantly, relations with yourself. Unless you have a very wonderful relations with everybody around you, you will not be able to live a wonderful life, the life of abundance, and you will never be able to balance all these four pillars. Remember, work-life balance is not a quick fix thing. Work-life balance is a process to achieve over a period of time. There will be times when the priority will take over. If your profession is in full swing, make it your priority. When you get the opportunities, make investment your priority. When you need to be with yourself, work on yourself, that's your priority. If your relationships are going through some turmoil, make your relationships your priority. But at the end, unless you balance these four pillars, you will not be able to achieve the real work-life balance and live the life of abundance, full of happiness as well as success. Put it in the comment, how did you find this video? Share this video with your friends, because all of us needs work-life balance for sure. This is Dr. Sujit Pardeshi signing off from this video. I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you.